Hi, welcome back to Blanchy Talks Watches. Today we have something a bit different from the norm. We're going to be looking at this vintage Cuckoo clock. Now, as you can see from some of the pieces in the box, this isn't going to be a straightforward review. My plan for this is I'm going to do hopefully a light restoration on it. Cosmetic fixes. We'll start with repairing the wood that's broken for now and see how that turns out, and we'll give it a clean and hopefully get it back running. So I'll take it out of the box now and show you all the parts I have. Okay, so on first inspection, it doesn't appear to be too bad. That could be famous last words though, but all the brakes seem to be quite clean. I mean, it is broken into a few different pieces, but hopefully all the pieces are here and we'll be able to repair them. So we'll just have a quick look here. So we have the main Cuckoo clock body itself. There is some more cosmetic damage on it and loose pieces that, yeah, pretty much all the ornate features are either loose or broken. But this apparently was running some years ago before it was taken down and put in an attic where all this damage happened. Hopefully the movement is in good condition, and hopefully all the pieces are here. Should say now to start that this will be the first clock, let alone Cuckoo clock, that I've worked on. But I figure if I can fix watches and work on watches, a clock can't be too difficult. Yeah, so we've got the two counterweights here. Different sizes. There's quite a good weight to them. We have a nicely detailed Cuckoo, I'm assuming, with a bit of detail there on the eye. Well, it's not in too bad shape. Like it's obviously snapped off, but thankfully the detailed parts, the wings, the delicate wings, are still perfect. Tail just has a little scuff in the corner, and the face has a slight, I'm not sure if the chunk out of the beak might actually be for the design, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Quite dusty from being in the attic. This is a family heirloom, so I'm hoping I can get this back to a nice condition for them. So the clock itself, I'll just turn it up so you can see. Structurally, it seems to be quite sound. Little door there. It appears to only be cosmetic damage. Right there now. So this is 12th of November 1955. The only markings on this clock, so I'm assuming that's the age of it. I'm hoping to learn a bit more during the process of restoring and fixing this. I have actually not looked inside this. Now, I thought I'd do it first go on camera, so I'll just zoom in here now and we'll have a look and see what it's like. There we go, there is the movement. I mean, I don't see any obvious breaks inside it. From what I can see, it does seem to all be still attached. So I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to get this running. This lever here controls the Cuckoo. So it's great to see that mechanism still is in place and working quite well. The door is slightly unhinged. Okay. Oh, that's handy. It actually just come off the hinge very slightly. I managed to push it back on. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to start, to be honest. I'm no expert in cuckoo clocks, but I'm kind of just poking around to see what happens as I... Okay, so interesting. That's a little... Oh, that's very cool. So these are actually little bellows here and here. So what they're doing is it's drawing air in through an opening up here, down through this little housing here, which is actually open ended at the bottom. It's forcing it out through this little gap here. So if I do that again, so okay, so that's the higher pitch, and the lower pitched one is actually disconnected here. Now let me try to reconnect this and hopefully not do any damage. Okay, I've just got the tweezers now. I'll try to connect this rod here back to this little rod underneath here. Okay, so I've managed to get that rod back attached now. So this is quite interesting. So what happens with this particular rod is the lower, so we've got the higher pitch over here. This is the lower pitch, but this one actually causes the cuckoo itself to tip forward. So you can just see the back side of the cuckoo bird here. So what this one does is, you can see as you're hitting the lower note, it's in fact causing the cuckoo to bob up and down. Just try in there. So that's just the tail of the cuckoo bird. Okay, so it's not the clearest. Again, I'm new to all of this, so I'm discovering as I go. So, and this is the back plate, which is some sort of an alarm or a gong. I'm assuming this piece here will jump back and hit it. We'll get a close-up view of the movement there. So obviously the gears are quite large compared to watches, but there is grease on it. You can see the green grease in there. Still appears to be wet. Obviously there is dust in there, but it doesn't appear to be too bad. Okay, so as I touch these chains, yeah, they are moving, which is a good sign. Yeah, so you can see it's a ratcheting. See the ratcheting action of the gear there? So that is working. Same on this side, it's a ratcheting action, that's working. They appear to be moving fine, which is great. So, I think I'm going to have to do a bit more research on this to see how it actually works. Although the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a light cleaning. For wood old like this, I think I'll just use a solution of warm water mixed with a very small amount of dish soap or fairy liquid, just to give it a very light cleaning and see how we get on from there. Okay, so I think I'll call this the end of part 1. In part 2 I will give the clock a clean and maybe hang it on a wall and have a play around with it and see if I can first untangle these chains, figure out which weight goes on which side, and try piece back some of these decorative pieces. I mean, I'm not even seeing where they're supposed to sit on this at all, so that'll be an interesting one to try piece it back together. Like these have little hooks on them, so another hook there somewhere, so not quite sure where they go, but look, I'll leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit different than what I'm used to, but I think I'm going to get more into different projects in building. You guys seem to like my Vostok build, so hopefully you enjoyed this too. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you have any info at all on this clock, I'd love to hear it. Like I said, I have no idea what it is, what brand it is, where it's from. All I have is the date on the backplate, 12/11/55. It is at least that age. It's from my wife's grandparents, so the age could fit, but again, that could be an age it was gifted to them rather than the age of the clock itself. So I'd really appreciate any steer on where to find more information on this, and I'll see you again. Thanks.